So now we move on to sum exercise 3b. We are on the first sum of exercise 3b. So shares and dividends. We are doing shares and dividends exercise 3b from Concise Mathematics. First one. A man buys 75 rupee 100 shares paying 9% dividend. He buys shares as much as at such a price that he gets 12% of his money. At what price did he buy the shares? So first of all, let us see what is given to us. The number of shares is equal to 75. They are given the FV is equal to rupees 100. The dividend percent is given as 9%. They are given the return percentage, R percent is equal to 12%. We need to find out MV. So in this case, we'll better use the new formula, that is dividend percent into FV is equal to R percent into MV. We don't need the number of shares at all. Okay? So we can use this one directly. Dividend percent is 9, FV is 100, rate percent is 12, return percent is 12. This is MV. Accordingly, MV is going to be equal to 900 upon 12. So 12, 784, then 65. So that is going to be rupees 75 will be the market value, or the at price he bought this shares was rupees 75. So he bought the shares at rupees 75. That's the answer for exercise 3b, the first one. Okay, do 75 each. Sum number 3. 100 rupee shares of a company are available in the market at a premium of rupees 20. So FV is equal to rupees 100, premium is equal to rupees 20. Okay, premium is rupees 20. So accordingly, we have that MV is equal to rupees 100 plus 20 is rupees 120. Find the rate of dividend given by the company when the man's return on his investment is 15%. So R percent is equal to 15%. So dividend percent is what we need to find out. So again, the same method, dividend percent into FV is equal to R percent into MV. So dividend percent into FV is 100 is equal to 15 into 120. So D is equal to 15 into 120 upon 100. Cancelling this thing is 18%. So that's why the dividend percent is 18%. The dividend percent per share is 18% for sum number 3. We now move on to sum number 5. You can see these sums were related to this particular formula. If you do not remember this formula, you may be able to do it, but we'll be taking a very, very long method to do it. So to reduce the method, this is much easier to do. So sum number 3 is done. Now is sum number 5. A share declares 8% dividend to the shareholders. If a man receives 2840 as his dividend, find the nominal value of his shares. So that's what is given as dividend percent is equals to 8%. The income is equals to rupees 2840. You need to find out the face value of the share. Okay, we consider this is just a single share. We are just finding out the face value of the shares. That means we are not finding out for each one, we are finding out the total face value of the share. So we see over here that income is equal to dividend percent upon 100 into FV into number of shares, which you will take it as 1. So here income is 2840 is 8 upon 100 into FV into 1. So it's 2840 into 100 upon 8 is equals to FV. So 8 3s are 24, 44 will be 8 5s are 40, again 40 will be 5. So therefore FV of shares will be rupees 35,500. So FV of shares is going to be rupees 35,500. That's the answer for question number 5. We move ahead to question number 7. Question 7. A company declares a dividend of 11.2% to all its shareholders. If its rupees 60 share is available in market at a premium of 25%, how much should Rakesh invest in buying the shares of his company in order to have an annual income of 1680? Okay. Let's write down one by one the data and then we'll talk about what is to be found out. So first is this dividend percent. Dividend percent is equals to 11.20%. If it's 60 rupees shares are available in market at premium of 25%, so FV is equals to rupees 60, premium is equals to 25%, so it is MV is equals to 60 plus 25 upon 100 into 60. So that will be 60 plus, this will be 25, 6 is 150, so 150, that will be 15. So that is rupees 75. So MV is going to be rupees 75. Right. How much should Rakesh invest in buying the shares of the company in order to have an income of rupees? So income is equals to rupees 1680. We need to find out the investment. So investment is equals to question mark. Directly use the formula of income. So income is equals to dividend percent upon 100 into FV into investment upon MV. So 1680 is 112 upon 1000, because 1.11 है तो 112 कर दिया मैंने, तो just decimal points, into 60 into investment upon MV 75. So this gives me investment is equals to 1680 into 1000 into 75 upon 112 into 60. Okay. This 0 cancels, then 6 जाएगा, 6 2s are 12 and then 48, yes जाएगा. So 6 1s are 6 2s are 12 and then 48, 6 8s are 48. This can go by 7, so 7 1s are 7 and then 42 will be 6 and this will be 7 4s are, this is 4s are, this is 4s are, this 4s are, this will be 250. So 75 into 250, so it is 75 into 25, 5 5s are 25, 5 7 are 35, 37, 7 5 is a 10 and 14 15. So 5 7 8 1 7 5. So that will be rupees 18750. That is 18,750 will be the investment required in sum number 7. So sum number 7 investment is 18,750. Clear? We now move on to sum number 9. Sum number 9. A man buys 400 rupee 20 shares at a discount of 20% and receives a return of 12%. So he's getting that a man buys, so number of shares is equals to 400. He buys 20 rupee shares, that means FV is equals to rupees 20. The next is at a discount of 20%, so discount is equals to 20%, so MV will be equal to FV minus discount is 20 minus 20 upon 100 into 20. So that will be 20 minus 4 is rupees 16. So MV is going to be 16. The next is he received a return of 12%. So R percent is equals to rupees, sorry, it is 12%. So 12% is the return what is getting. You need to find the amount invested by him and the rate of dividend paid by the company. So first is the amount. So investment. Now investment is going to be number of shares into MV. So number of shares is given as 400 and MV is 16. So 16 4s are 64. So that's going to be 6,400. 6,400 will be the investment required. The next one is the dividend percent. So dividend percent is, we know that dividend percent into FV is equals to return percent into MV. Dividend percent we know is, we need to find out, sorry. FV is 20, return percent is 12, MV is 16. So D is equals to 12 into 16 upon 20. So it's 10 and this is 8. So this is 12 8s are 96, 9.6% is the dividend percent. So dividend percent is 9.6 and the investment was 6,400 for sum number 9. Got it? Clear? We now move on to sum number 11. Sum number 11. A lady holds 1800 shares. So the number of shares firstly is number of shares is 1800. Rupees 100 of company paying 15% dividend annually. So FV is equals to rupees 100. Dividend is equals to 18% or 15%. Calculate her annual dividend. If she had bought these shares at 40% premium, what is the return she gets at the percentage on her investments? Okay, so first step is we need to find out the MV. So it is given that the premium is 40%. Premium is equals to 40%, therefore MV is equals to 100 plus 40 is rupees 140. So the income or the dividend for the year is going to be dividend percent upon 100 into FV into number of shares is equals to 15 upon 100. FV is 100 into number of shares is 1800. Okay, 18 into 15 is 270. Yeah, so 270, so it is 27000. So income is rupees 27,000. Now we need to find out the return percentage. So return percentage, we can take the method of this one, easier. So it is D percent into FV is equals to R percent into MV. So D percent is 15 into MV was FV was 100 upon MV. MV is 140. is equals to R percent. So 150 upon 14 is equals to R percent. So R percent is equals to 1, so 14 and then 10, so it will be 100. So 14, so it will, yeah, around 18 के आसपास में. So it will, let's check it out. 150 and 14, so 1s are 14, so 10 तो नहीं होगा, यानी 0, sorry, it will be 0 and then nothing is a point. Okay, 10 point. Okay, 7s are 20, then 1. So it is 10.71%. Okay, so you see that sum number 11 you got is 10.71. Now they are given you the answer. What she gets, okay, it's 11%. Let me check it out. Income, investment. Let us try the other method also. Let's see if we are getting the same answer, because the answer is different behind. I don't see any calculation error. 15 into 100, yeah, it's a simple thing. So otherwise we see over here that R percent is equals to investment upon income upon investment into 100. Income we know is 27,000. Investment is 1800 into 140 into 100. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 9 3s are 9 2s are, and then this will be again 7s are 50s are, that will be 150 upon 14. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so not a problem. They may be given at the rounded off figure that what is the return she gets a percentage on her investment. Acha, it's written over, give the answer in the nearest integer. That's why it is 11%. Nearest integer is 11%. But anyway, we just cross checked also with the same thing. So it's good for us that we can use any of the method. We are sure now that we can use any of the method. That was sum number 11. We now move on to sum number 13. Sum number 13. Mr. Sharma has 60 shares of nominal value 100. So it is number of shares is equals to 60. FV, that is all NV in this case, is rupees 100. And sells them when they are a premium of rupees 60%. So premium is equals to 60%. Therefore MV is equals to 100 plus 60 is rupees 160. He invests the proceeds in shares of nominal value 50. So now this is a shares proceeds. So now sales proceeds is equals to number of shares into MV is 60 into 160, 16 6 96 here. 96. So rupees 9,600 is what is the amount available for investment now. So where does he invest it? He invests the proceeds in a share of nominal value 50. So now the nominal value is equals to rupees 50. And quoted at 4% discount. So discount is equals to 4% is equals to 4 upon 100 into 50 is equals to 2 rupees. Therefore MV is equals to 50 minus 2 is rupees 48. Paying a dividend of 18%. So dividend percent is 18%. Calculate the sales proceeds. So we already found out the sales proceeds. So this is the first answer. Sales proceeds 9,600. Number of shares he can buy. So second answer is number of shares is equals to investment upon MV is 9600 upon MV 48. So it's 200. So it's 200 shares is the answer for the second part. The third part is the dividend from the shares. So now dividend is equals to dividend percent upon 100 into FV into number of shares. Dividend percent is 18% upon 100 into 50 is the nominal value into number of shares is 200. So that is 5 to the 10, so the 100, so it is rupees 1800 is the income or the dividend from the shares. So the answers are 9600 for sum number 13, right? Yeah, sum number 13, 9600, 200 shares and 1800. That was sum number 13. Okay, good one. Chalo. We now move on to sum number 15. You can see the sums are really easy once you understand the meaning of the question, what is there. If you are able to identify the FV, MV, return percent and everything, then the sums are very easy because they are all formula based. Of course, you need to remember the formula. Now, which is the better investment? So we have got over here 15 sum, we have got better investment. So case 1 is you are given dividend percent is equals to 16%, wherein 16% rupees 100 shares at 80. So that is FV is equals to 100, MV is equals to 80. And case 2 is dividend percent S20, FV is equals to 100 and MV is equals to 120. Okay. So what we'll do in this case is we want to find out which is the better investment, means which will give me more returns. So we find out the return percent. What is the return over here? D percent into FV is equals to R percent into MV. The same way here, D percent into FV is equals to R percent into MV. Accordingly, this is 16 into 100 is equals to R percent into 80. So R percent is equals to 1600 upon 80. That will give me as 20%. Over here it is 20 into 100 is equals to R percent into 120. So that will be R percent is equals to 2000 upon 120. That is going to be equal to, now we can see that they will definitely less than 20%. So anyway, this will be as 6 and 100. So 100 upon 6 is 16.66. 16.66%. Therefore, investment 1 is better. Got it? The investment number 1 is better than investment 2 because the return in the first case was 20%, whereas the investment in the second case was 16.67%. So that's why it is better to have in investment number 2, that is 16% at 80 is better than 20% at 120. This was sum number 15. We now move on to sum number 17. Sum number 70. A man bought 360 10 rupee shares of a company paying 12% per annum. So number of shares is equals to 360. FE is equals to rupees 10. Dividend is equals to 12%. He sold the shares when the price rose to rupees 21 per share, invested the proceeds in a find the change in the income. So now we are saying that first of all we need to find out the income in the first stage. So he invested proceeds in rupees 5 per shares per annum at rupees 350. So सबसे पहले तो क्या है, he is selling this, he is getting the investment over here, so sorry, income over here. So income, we see in this sum, the first thing is that he is having these shares. He wants to check what was the better investment earlier. So इसके अंदर he needs to know that what is the change in the income. So right now the income is dividend percent upon 100 into FV into number of shares is 12 upon 100 into 10 into 360. So that will give me as 36 12s up. So 36 into 12. So 12 6 is 72. 12 36 plus 7 is 43. So that is rupees 432 is the income for the first year. Now MV is given to you as rupees 21. So accordingly sales proceeds is going to be MV into number of shares is equals to 21 into 360. That will be 360 into 21. That will be 7560. The investment is 7560. Now the new kind of shares what he has bought is having the sales proceeds in a 5 rupee share. So FV is equals to rupees 5. MV is equals to rupees 3.50. And paying a dividend of 4.5%. Got it? So now we are going to find out the income from this place. So for that what we require? Income is equals to dividend percent upon 100 into FV into investment upon MV. Dividend percent is 4.5, so 445 upon 1000 कर देते हैं. Okay. MV, FV is 5. Investment is nothing but the sales proceeds what we got, 7560. Into MV is 3.5, so it is 35 into 10 ऊपर ले लेता है. So this is going to be 1, 2 cancels, 5 and 2 over here, then 5, 2, and this is 3, 7, 8, this is 7, 5, this is 9, this is 7, 5, 35, 28, so it will be 4, so that will be 9 into 54. So 9 4s are 36 and 9 5 45, 48. So that is rupees 486. Originally he was getting this much, now he is getting this much. So what is the question? The question is find the change in his annual income. So change in income is equals to 486 minus 430 is equals to increase by rupees 56. Okay, there is an increase of rupees 56 in his income by taking the new share. So that is sum number 17. One sec. Sorry, one sec. This was 36 into 12. 36 into 12. 12 is 72. So this should be 2 over here. So accordingly this is 2 here and this is 54 here. Okay. So this was the change. Yeah, small change here. This 2 and this 2 to give you 54 as the final answer. We come to the last sum of the chapter, that is sum number 19. Okay, sum number 19. Here it is. Two brothers A and B invested 16,000 each in buying shares of two companies. A buys 3%, 100 rupees shares at rupees 80, and B buys 10 rupees shares at par. If both receive equal dividends at the end of the year, find the rate percentage of dividend of B. Okay, so yeah, this is A, this is B. First is investment, rupees 16,000, rupees 16,000. FV, the first case, the FV was rupees 100. Here the FV is rupees B at par, rupees 10. MV over here is rupees 80, over here is rupees 10. The dividend percent over here is 3, here is X, or we'll take it as D only. Okay, this is the condition. They are given you that income A is equals to income B. So let's put the formula directly over here. We got D upon 100 into FV into investment upon MV is equals to D upon 100 into FV into investment upon MV. Put the values, 3 upon 100 into 100 into 16000 upon 80 is equals to D upon 100 into 10 into 16000 upon 10. This 100 cancels with this, 80 over here cancels with this 200, here 0 cancels with this 0 cancels with this 0 cancels with this. So accordingly, 600 is equals to D into 160. So D is equals to 600 upon 160. So that's 8s are, 30s are, 4s are, 15s are. So that's 15 upon 4% is equals to 3, that is 3 for 12, and then 30. 30 will be equal to 7 for 28, and then 20, so 5. So 3.75% is the D percent of the B. So dividend percent of the second share is going to be 3.75%. So that comes to we come to the end of the chapter shares and dividends with this video. Exercise 3C will be your homework. As such, as I told you, they are very easy sums. They are not difficult if you understand the sum properly and you remember the formulas properly. If you remember the formula and understand and take the data properly from the sum, then these are very easy sums. Okay, so that was the end of shares and dividends.